So hello once again friends, we are here. We are still meeting our channel to learn and be educated. We want to be inspired from this channel in some many aspects. And today we are talking about habits. Habits are traits that are formed by a person. Habits are traits that we create, and they tend to become our nature. If you practice a habit for some time, it gets imprinted on you, and it becomes part of your lifestyle. It becomes part of your nature. And there are good habits and there are bad habits. There are habits to cherish, there are habits to quit. There are vices and there are virtues. So what sort of habits have you formed in your life? Which kind of lifestyle do you follow? Today we are speaking about habits that as people who want to grow, as people who want to rise up, habits that we should quit, habits that we should stop if we are to go anywhere in our lives. There are habits that we should stop forthwith, because anyway they are taking us to hell or to death, and they are not useful to us, to our families, and even to our societies and to the nation at large. So I want to speak about habits that we should stop today. One of the habits that we need to quit is the habit of, let's talk of lateness. There are people who are always late. There are people who cannot do anything on time. There are people who, unless they are late, they don't feel good in their lives. There are people who are late. They are late to wake up. They are late to go to work. They are late to go to school. They are late to go to the market. They are late to do anything. I think they will be even late to die. They will die late. And I perceive that they will be late to go to hell. I am tempted to think that they will be late to go to heaven. And why not? Because they are ever late. They feel good when they are late. That is when they feel they have done something good in their lives. They are late to attend meetings. They are even late to go to the toilet. They are late to go to church. They are late when eating. They are late and late and late and late. Late is their password in their lives. That's a very awkward habit to quit. When I was quitting this habit, not today, but now. Stop being late. Do your things on time and in time. That's why we have time. Everything is done within the limits of time. Everything is done within time. So time is there to plan and organize our lives. So why be late? And you have time to do. Even the Bible has time. It says that there is time for everything. Why should you be late? And when you are late, you confuse your things. You confuse your life. You disorganize yourself for no good reason. Why should you be late? Stop the habit of being late. It is very bad. It is very disgusting. There's another habit that we should quit from today. Is the habit of hating others. People carry grudges about others. People have issues with others, issues that never end, issues that are never solved. And those grudges and those issues create hatred. You feel that when you see somebody, when you think about somebody, you start vomiting. You feel angry, you feel annoyed, you feel bad. Why should you hate people? And for your information, you did not create anyone. We all belong to God. So when you hate somebody, you are telling God that this person is bad, and you did a very big mistake to create this person. That's what we are telling God. when you hate people. Because all of us belong to God. We neither belong to the devil or belong to ourselves. Our lives belong to God. Why should you hate somebody? If someone wrongs you, make a step of seeking reconciliation. Make a step of seeking forgiveness and carry on with your life. Don't carry grudges in your heart. Don't hate people. And these people are the same people you are going to heaven with. God is not in the business of creating other new creatures in this world. No. These are the same people you are going to heaven with. And if you cannot live with them here on earth, how will you make it to live with them in heaven? Or even how will you make to live with them in hell? For those who are going to hell. So, love everybody. Don't carry grudges in your heart. They will not help you. They will not take you anywhere. Love every person. You belong to God. There's another habit that we should stop and we should quit right away. We live, human beings are living symbiotic kind of relationships. And we tend to live in groups, in societies where we feel we are loved, where we are liked, where we are kind of appreciated. So don't force yourself to live in a society, to live maybe in a group or in a friendship where you're not appreciated, where the ones you are living with don't love you. They may not like you for their own reasons. So don't force yourself to live with them. Don't force yourself on them. If they don't cherish you, if they don't value you, if they don't appreciate you, if they don't like you, quit. Don't form a habit of forcing yourself on people who are not anywhere near you. Don't even force yourself in a relationship that are not valued, that are not appreciated. No. Immediately you start realizing that this relationship is getting nowhere, and this person not valuing me, this person is taking me for granted, make a point of quitting, and quit now. I'm talking about relationships. I'm not talking about marriage. There's no option to quit marriage. You can't quit your marriage, but you can quit your relationship. Are we together? Very good. Don't live and associate with people who are not appreciating you. Don't do that. There's another habit you should quit today or even now, a habit of leaving things unfinished. Leaving things unfinished. You see, people start businesses, people are in offices doing their various jobs. But you realize that some people leave work unfinished. They leave their work halfway. They do their work halfway. They like leaving their job unfinished. Whatever they may be doing, they like leaving it unfinished. And they'll say they'll do it tomorrow. They will finish it some other time. Stop leaving your work unfinished. It is so bad. Whatever you start, make sure that you take it to the end. Take it to the dead end. Don't leave anything unfinished. Don't leave your work unfinished. That's a bad trait. And you will pass it on to your generation. People who can never finish their work. People who cannot do anything to completion. I think there's a verse in the Bible that says, our good Lord who started this good work in us will take it to the end. So if God is taking his work to the end, he is planning to finish whatever he started. Why not you? So why leave your business undone or unfinished? Make sure that whatever you start, Whatever you are doing, do it well, do it thoroughly, do it for your might, and do it up to the end. There's another habit that I should talk right today, the habit of heaping up your work. You cannot finish anything. You leave your things to the last minute. You realize that you have some work to do today, but you will not do it today. You will say that you will do it tomorrow. An announcement is done that, for example, you need to get a COVID-19 vaccination, but you linger around, you take your time, you buy your time until the last minute. You start rushing. You realize that it is holidays are approaching, but you take your time, you stroll around, you're not in a hurry until the last time when the matatos are full, when the fare is hiked up. Instead of planning your time, you take your things to the last minute. Why not do your business and your things on time? Stop that habit. Don't push all your work to the last moment, to the last minute. It won't help you. It will kill you for no good reason. And it will spoil your work. You will spoil your day. You will waste your time because everything is pushed to the last minute. You are the last person to do your things. You are the last person in everything. No, do your things, finish them, and on time. Don't like to be the last person. The Bible says we will never be the last people. We will never be the tail. So why drag yourself to the dead tails? No. That's a very bad habit to quit. Imagine we are not born with these habits. God did not create us with these habits. We only form them as we go along. We only practice them and they become part of us. They become ours. They become our nature. And we carry on with them, we practice them now and then, now and then, now and then. And you realize that they will spoil our days for no good reason. Another habit that we should stop practicing is the habit of thinking and perceiving that things can never work. You're only focusing on the negative side of issues. You are ever pessimistic in your life. You are ever thinking that nothing will ever work in your life. You are in school, you think that I'll never pass this exam. It is too difficult, it is too hard for me, I will never pass. You are in business and you think that this business will fail at some time. You are ever thinking that you will never make any profit. You are a pastor and you are sitting there thinking that this congregation of mine is not going to heaven. These people are too sinful. You are always thinking about the bad side of life. Remember that there's always a bad side of anything. There's always a bad angle of anything. And many people like focusing on the negative side of issues. Why? Whatever you think, whatever you form in your mind becomes you. Whatever you conceive becomes you. Right? So whatever you are thinking about and you are forming in your mind will become part of you. So if you focus on the downfall of your life every time, at the end, you'll be a failure. At the end, you'll become a failure. If you focus on the negatives always, if you focus on the failing side of your life, at the end of it all, you'll never succeed. And you'll never make it in your life. Because you are always thinking that nothing can work. And may I tell you something? Things can work. Things have been working. And if they have worked on others, they can still work on you. In the name of Jesus, they can work. And they are still working. Purpose today, they can work. You may have fallen yesterday, but you can rise up today. You may have failed in school, but you can rise up in this life. Failure in school is not failure in life. Are we together? Getting an E in school is not getting an E in life. You can fail in the mathematics of school. That does not mean that you have failed in the mathematics of life. No, you can rise up to a new level. You can rise up to a higher level because it is possible. People have done it and you can still do it because there is always time and chance of you doing it. There's another habit that we like practicing, is the habit of want to do all things and everything in one time. You want to do all businesses in one moment. You want to do everything in one time. Let me tell you, my friend, you will fail. We are created in a way that we can only attempt one issue at a time. We can only attempt one business at a time. You can't even serve two masters. You can't do that because you will fail in one and succeed in the other. You will fail in one thing and succeed in the other. So if you want to attempt many things, give them time and do one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time. You can't be in school and the same time you want to get married. Everything at its own time. You can't work here and work there. You can't serve here and serve there. You cannot do that. You will fail in one thing. Follow and pursue one side. Finish that, go to the other. We have times and seasons. These times and seasons are there so that we can do things in their right times. We can do things in their proper seasons. There is time for everything. There is time to be born. There is time to go to school. There is time to work. There is time to get married. There is time to die. And there will be time to resurrect. And there will be time to go to hell. And there will be time to go to heaven. And there will be also time to come back from heaven. You see, all those things are programmed in time. All those things are taking direction at their proper seasons. So don't confuse things here and there. Do things in time. Everything should be done in time. So we are talking about time. That is the only way you can succeed. That is the only way you can make it in this life. These are habits that spoil our life. These are habits that they are not good. In other words, they are vices. They don't help us and they don't help anybody. So if you ever practice any of these habits, my friend, you are doing a lot of disservice in your life. The last habit I want to talk about is a habit of blame games. Blame games. Okay, you blaming here and there, blaming others. Where did the habit of blaming come from? I want to perceive that the first person to start blame games were our first parents back then. What did they do? They were told not to eat a certain fruit by their Creator. But at some point, they found themselves having done that. So when God came, He asked them, did you eat what I told you not to eat? They didn't answer yes. When the man was asked what he did, he was asked, did you eat? Instead of saying yes or no, he started blaming his wife. The wife you gave me. When the wife was asked, he blamed the serpent. So the blame game began from there. That was the origin of blaming. They could not accept that they did it. The answer was to be a yes or a no, but not to give explanations, not to blame the other person. If it has happened, it has happened. You get pregnant, you blame your boyfriend. Yes? You fail in business, you blame witchcraft. You fail in school, you blame your boss and you blame your teachers. You blame the classrooms. You blame the environment. You are a farmer, you didn't get anything, you planted the wrong seeds, you blame God because He didn't. God gave you rain, but you planted wrongly. You will not get anything. Blame, 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 blame. Blame is not good in your life. It is a bad habit. It is a vice. It will eat your bone. Because at the end of it, you will see that everybody is bad. You are the only person who is good. They are bad. I'm good, they are bad. That's blaming. Stop blaming others. Blame yourself when you fail. Blame yourself in everything. Blame yourself in whatever you are doing. If anything goes the way you didn't like, don't blame anybody else. Blame yourself. And by the way, blaming is not a good habit. If anything goes wrong, learn from that mistake and rise up. Here, we talk about rising up. In this channel, we talk about rising up. So let nothing pin you down. Don't be pinned down by anything. If a mess occurs, if something wrong happens, don't sit there. Rise up and move. Carry on with your life, because life, you'll have to move on, whether you are there or not, whether you are blaming or not. So don't blame any circumstance. Don't blame anybody. Don't blame the environment. Don't blame COVID-19. Don't blame the president. Don't blame the politics. Don't blame anything. Rise up and learn from whatever has gone wrong. Learn from there. Carry on from there. And my friend, you'll move and you'll get far in this life. We are trying to rise up. If we quit all these habits, imagine we'll be rising up. And you'll be getting to higher levels. If we stop practicing these habits, my friend, we'll get very far. These habits are what kill us. These habits drag us behind. These habits disorganize our lives for no good purpose. And if we stop practicing them, we'll be on our way to rise up. We want to rise up and up to heaven. And if people are rising up, if I have risen up, why not you? If people are still rising up, and if others have risen up, and now they are enjoying the fruit of rising up, why not you? What is blocking you not to rise up? There's no blockage. There's no stumbling block to your rising up. You will rise up. It is today. It can be done now. Start now. And by the end of today, you will have done it. Because it is possible. It's about rising up. Rising up. Rise up in your life. Quit these habits and you will rise up. Stop practicing them and you have risen up to heaven. My friend, I still challenge you, purpose rising up. Start rising up today and you'll get far in this life. And God will bless you abundantly. Thank you very much.